Back with another video on the road to 100K. Today is August 8th, 2026, and we are sitting at $7,491 inside the portfolio. Throw it up on screen here. We up $500 on the week, $500 from the last video. And man, what a great week it's been. I didn't make any extra contributions this week. $500 up just on pure growth. Shout out to Microsoft. Shout out to ServiceNow. What a week it was. Microsoft, man. I thought it was gonna pull back a bit after earnings. It popped right after earnings. I thought it was gonna pull back. We ran right up to 500. Yesterday we closed at 500. You love to see it. You love to see it, man. ServiceNow yesterday ripped up 6% as well. That is up. Let me pull it up here. ServiceNow 125 on ServiceNow. That thing's really starting to make a comeback to where we seen it in June. I'm thinking ServiceNow is gonna break 150. ServiceNow is gonna break 150 before September. Not financial advice. I wouldn't buy ServiceNow at this time. If it does pull back around 195 range, definitely a buy. I'll be adding more as well, but if you don't already have it, I wouldn't start to chase now. Same thing with Microsoft, 500 bucks. If we do see it come back down somehow to 380, definitely buy some shares, but like I said again, don't chase. There's other opportunities out there. That's one thing I've been learning too. Like as I get a little bit deeper into my journey with investing, it's been a little bit over 6 months now. I've been studying a little bit longer than that, but it's really hard not to chase some of these names when you see them put up these earnings and they're growing. These huge companies are growing so much year over year. It's hard not to chase, but especially if you're newer to investing or your conviction in a certain stock is not that high, you don't want to get caught. You don't want to get caught chasing a big pump and then holding it on a 15-20% drawdown, and now you're a bag holder for 6 months to a year, and maybe you sell at a loss because you're not so experienced, your conviction wasn't that high, and then, once you sell, that loss is locked in, right? So please, guys, don't chase out there. Not financial advice, like I said, you go buy whatever stocks you want, but the market gives you second chances, just look at Meta. It was pushing 700 last month and then went right back down to 550, 560, and now you see it climbing back up. But that's just an example right there that you never need to chase, especially when it comes to these super high quality companies that are growing like at incredible rates. Don't need to chase. The market every few months, as we've seen, like kind of just gets discombobulated and things get undervalued, and that's where your opportunities will come in. Just look what we did with Microsoft. Bought some more at 385. Now we're sitting at 500. Microsoft, I don't see this thing stopping. I say it's going right to all-time highs before October. Let's hope it does. But yeah, $7,491 inside the account. Just an inch off breaking that $7,500 mark. Yesterday I think at around 10 a.m. when the market was open, we did break the 7,500 mark. But yeah, you love to see it. Super excited for what's coming up in the portfolio. September's gonna be a big month for me. I have been building a cash position, and I will be expecting to receive a couple $1,000s in grants from school, which is basically free money I don't need to pay back. So that's going right into the portfolio. Most likely going to be buying all VEQT. Still trying to bring that allocation up to 50% of my portfolio. I bought some last week, 300 bucks. I get paid again next week. I'll be buying another $300 to $400. So look forward to that update, and I'll show you guys exactly what my percentages in the portfolio are at right now. But as of right now, ServiceNow is the biggest position in my portfolio. We're up $500 all time just on ServiceNow. Let me get the exact numbers here. Yeah, when it comes to ServiceNow, we are sitting at 23.5% gain on ServiceNow, 21.93% on Microsoft, and 3.4 on my VUQT position. Down big on Hive Digital. Man, Hive Digital has been disappointing me a bit lately, but I look to get my average down. I have faith in this company, and especially when we see the sentiment on Bitcoin start to flip. I'm not saying that's a guarantee, and I'm not even saying Bitcoin needs to make a huge comeback for Hive to succeed, because like I mentioned in other videos, Hive is transitioning into becoming a leader in AI infrastructure. That's what I'm betting on with this stock. So I'm not too worried about it. Like I said, when I get that extra cash in September, I'm hoping Hive is still down where it is right now, so I can really bring that average down. If I can get my average down to around $4, right now I'm at an average of about 5.10. It's going to be an easy 2x for me within a year or two. So not too worried about it. We are down big right now, but we are up 12% on the year in the portfolio. Only only a little over half into the year, and we're up 12% on the portfolio. Guys, I said in previous videos I'm aiming to get around 14 to 15% here to fast track my way to 100K. We're at 12%, just a little bit over half the way into the year. This was a great week, so I'm not going to get too ahead of myself or whatnot. But if we can see these companies like ServiceNow and Microsoft continue to push, and the broader market as a whole continue to push, as I add more and more into VUQT, we might be looking at a 20% return for the first year of investing. That's not too shabby, man. That's not too shabby. If one is able to, if one is able to get 20% a year, and you can maintain that for 5 to 7 years, it's gonna get you well above that 100K, depending on contribution, depending on your contributions, of course. But I'm contributing a decent amount consistently. So if I'm able to get that 20% return, I don't expect it year over year, right? I'm just being a little hyperbolic, but 12, 14%, I'll be more than happy with that. And we'll be hitting that 100K a lot sooner than you think. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. Just a quick update today. Let me know if there's any topics you want me to talk about specifically. I'm gonna start trying to drop some more videos, like more centered around one subject, and go a lot deeper into certain things when it comes to investing for people that may not have done as much research yet up to this point, and just want to learn some things instead of just seeing exactly what I'm doing. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.